Good day, my friends, and whoever else might be tuning in around the world. As you know, my name is Bill, and you're watching Bill's Box of Sound. And sorry I haven't been making videos lately. It's still a very busy year. 2021 has really dealt us a hard one. But I do have to say that things are looking up. Things are getting better health-wise around the home. And things are stabilizing. Things are getting better. But I don't want to leave you out in the cold. This video is my Frank Zappa video collection. Now, it's got my old VHS tapes, and it's got my DVDs and Blu-rays. So, just about all of these are official releases. Sometimes it's hard to tell if something's an official release or not. And I'm also going to, let's adjust the camera just a little bit here. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the impending release of the 200 Motels soundtrack, but not the 200 Motels movie as it is supposed to be. So let's just get into this, and we'll go right here. This is my VHS copy of Frank Zappa's 200 Motels from MGM UA Home Video. This is the movie as it came out, and as a lot of people already know, this movie was shot on videotape. I believe not the American standard, but the European standard, and then edited on videotape and then transferred to 35mm film. So it's got a really weird look to it. Plus, as a lot of people know, MGM, United Artists, shut down the movie before they had finished filming the entire script. So this movie is a twisted version of what Frank wanted to have. But still, it's got lots of Frank and Mother's music and lots of weirdness. And some people like it, some people can't stand it. But this is my VHS copy of the movie. Still fresh. Still no mold on it. Wonder if it'll still play. I've also got a DVD called Tony Palmer's film of 200 Motels. Tony Palmer was the visual director of 200 Motels. And let's see. This is the back of it. Movie's 98 minutes long. And this has a lot of the same stuff on it. Let's see, how much did I pay for it? I bought this from a overseas place. It doesn't say how much it cost. Oh, 18 pounds sterling. And this was back in 2010 when I got this. But it's got the DVD. There was a little hype sticker on there. And this is the booklet that comes with it. And I guess there's also a book about Tony Palmer and his films and his visualization. But it doesn't say too much. It looks like a lot of the graphics have been lifted from the 200 Motels soundtrack album. It says filmed on 2-inch analog videotape at Pinewood Studios, 1971. More stuff from the gatefold of 200 Motels, the movie. And more. And that's that. Oh, including the certificate that's in the booklet for the 200 Motels movie. So that's that. Now, this movie has barely been available for a long time. I don't know what MGM's neglect or hesitation in releasing the movie is. You know, it's not like it's going to be a movie that's going to sell lots and lots of copies. I don't know what they're waiting for. I wish I had a direct line into the the powers that be at the Zappa Trust to find out exactly what's going on with that. And you know what? For a while, Frank had a imprint of his own, Honker Home Video, which was distributed by MPI Home Video. And there was a VHS that came out called The True Story of Frank Zappa's 200 Motels. So this had some interesting stuff on it. Doesn't have any description on the outside, but of course it also had the Zappa hotline that you could call for information, the address of the mail order, and this is kind of like Frank's expose as to why 200 Motels came out like it did. So in November of 2021, because it was supposed to come out in October, and I believe it's been delayed a bit now, the 6 CD Super Deluxe soundtrack of 200 Motels is coming out, as well as dialogue reels, a deluxe book, and a box set package, everything. They're also re-releasing just the soundtrack on vinyl, again remastered by Bernie Grundman, as well as a 2 CD reissue of it. And originally, when they were going to make the announcement, there was supposed to be a Blu-ray of the movie rescanned for widescreen and in quality better than it's ever been seen before, as well as Frank Zappa's True Story of 200 Motels and some other things. However, for some reason which has not yet been exposed to us, it has been delayed. So I put a spell on you because you're mine. So that's kind of what's happening or isn't happening with 200 Motels, and those are the versions of 200 Motels that I have, since I've been collecting since the mid-70s. Anyway, next up, let's see. Here's a DVD, Frank Zappa, the Dub Room Special. Now, this was taped back in 1974, and also 1981, the same show as the Halloween show that was broadcast on MTV. And there it is, a Dub Room Special, which originally showed in theaters across the U.S. They would haul in this 3/4-inch U-matic video cassette machine and a projector, and display it onto a movie picture screen and show this. And this is entertaining. It's got a lot of good stuff on it. I've talked about the soundtrack of this before. And I've also talked about this here, a TV special that Frank made called A Token of His Extreme. And let's see, I believe this was recorded in 74 as well. And I just love that picture. Great stuff. And there's some Bruce Bickford animation in there, along with that DVD. And then, of course, there's the 1979 movie, Baby Snakes, still in the shrink wrap, on a Honker Home Video. Now, when this was first made available to the public, it was sold directly to the public only through Barfco Swill on VHS and beta, and it was a truncated version to make it less than 2 hours long. This is a 2 VHS cassette version of the movie. The first part is 1 hour, 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Second one is 2 hours, so, you know, all in all, you got a 3-hour movie. And this is recorded around the time that that Chic Your Booty was being recorded. But this is a great, fantastic concert movie. And had it forever. Now, that did come out on DVD once, and I believe it's currently out of print. But when it did come out, and it was released on Honker Home Video via Eagle Vision, if you've got a properly set up surround sound 5.1 system, you put this on and all the channels are working, but, and it may be just me, if anybody's got similar experience, please let me know about it in the notes. The front and rear channels are reversed. So you've got the correct middle channel, but the back channels are in the front and the front channels are in the back. So when there's something in the soundtrack that's being panned around, it will go to the center, then it'll go back here, over here, over here, over here, and then back here. So it's like crisscrossing instead of going around like it's supposed to. It's just, there's something messed up with the soundtrack on this. When I first got this and noticed the error, I had a DVD player that had separate outputs for all 5.1 channels. So I unplugged them and plugged them in the way that I thought it would work, and the movie was a lot more enjoyable for me. But there's no easy way to do that. I wrote to the company. They said, it's working properly. It's the way it's supposed to be. But I don't know, there's just something wrong with this, and I hope that someday Amit checks into that and puts this movie out again the way it's supposed to be, so everybody can get it. So, more Zappa video. Now this is almost all of the 1981 Halloween concert. The Torture Never Stops on DVD. This has a lot of the MTV concert as well as some of the stuff that was not shown on MTV. Check out all those songs if you freeze frame and you can read it for yourself. There's the DVD. I can guarantee this will never come out on Blu-ray because this is as high a resolution as you can get. Good old NTSC 480 line video. Next up, from the Honker Home Video imprint, Video from Hell, Frank's little variety show of a bunch of stuff on his own Honker Home Video imprint. Because there were some videos that came out, such as, okay, well, I've already shown you Baby Snakes, True Story of 200 Motels, and there is a videotape of Uncle Meat. I thought I had it, but I can't find it. And according to the liner notes on this, stuff that was in production at the time that Video from Hell came out was You Can't Do That on Stage Anymore, which will be released after the multi-CD package, I Need Your Love, the homespun philosophy of Al Malkin, An American Dissident, the homespun philosophy of Frank Zappa, and also The Amazing Mr. Bickford, that came out as a video cassette, and also a show called Bunny, 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 starring Moon Zappa, Kyle Richards, Lala Sloatman, in a Lonesco sort of post-punk sitcom, scheduled for 1988. And of course, it also speaks about Does Humor Belong in Music and the Dub Room Special. That's a Lovely little VHS cassette there. Now, does humor belong in music? We talked about just a moment ago. Here's a VHS of that. It's a 60-minute videotape shot on the 1984 tour. And that, I believe, is currently available. Whoosh, like this. It's got all the same songs. There's your DVD on the inside. It's been a while since I've watched this. And as a matter of fact, I may have an extra copy of this that I may be giving away at some point in time. All right. Now here's something which I believe is gray market. All the honker home video stuff was released via a company called MPI Home Video. Well, this thing here says MPI Home Video, but it is a disc that just says Zappa, and then it says, does humor belong in music? The Amazing Mr. Bickford, and Beat Club Live 68? Huh? What's that? It comes in like a jewel case, DVD case, and it's got all of the does humor belong in music stuff, as well as The Amazing Mr. Bickford, which is clay animation, and Beat Club Live 68, which was made in Europe. And very interesting artwork on here. And another weird thing about the version of Does Humor Belong in Music that's on there, it's got Japanese subtitles from a Laserdisc that came out in Japan. This is a rarity that I have. And of course it's got all sorts of liner notes in Japanese. And there's the Laserdisc itself. And back before DVDs, this is the best damn way to watch video. These things go upwards of $100 nowadays, but this looks like it may very well be legitimate in its release. You know, it's got the copyright Frank Zappa on it, and it come out through Picture Music International, which was a legitimate a company. So I can't say for sure. Now this is legit, because the classic album series has a lot of things out. Like they've got a Deep Purple Machine Head, they've got a Dark Side of the Moon, one of these. But this is about the makings of Apostrophe and Overnight Sensation. A great little documentary. Dweezil's in it, Alice Cooper's in it, Billy Bob Thornton's in it. This is really fascinating insight into the makings of the Apostrophe and Overnight Sensation albums. More coffee. Now this is a movie called Summer '82, When Zappa Came to Sicily. It's on a Blu-ray, and it has been marked as copyright 2013 and 2017 by the Zappa Family Trust. It's a documentary of Frank's friends in Italy, and also some tributes that were paid to him. Interesting stuff. I believe this is still in print. You should be able to get this if you're looking for it, but it's not an official Zappa release. It's just okayed by the Zappa estate. Now this is definitely black market bootleg or whatever. This is Zappa in Barcelona. This is a complete show of the 1988 tour. And there are your song selections, if you can read them. And this is put out, I don't know where, it's an international, worldwide DVD release. I guess that there was an agreement to have this show simulcast on TV in Spain. So this is available, but this is definitely not an authorized DVD release. There's a movie that came out a couple years ago, which was not, I mean, it was allowed by the Zappa Trust, but not really an official Zappa project, called Eat That Question, Frank Zappa in His Own Words. This uses a lot of public domain and commercially released video and audio of Frank doing interviews throughout the many years. And it kind of paints a pretty dark picture of Frank. I showed this to my wife and she says, boy, he was really not a happy guy, was he? And from what I know of Frank Zappa, he was a very happy person. You know, loved his family, enjoyed his fans, loved making music. But this is not this does not have the highest recommendation for me. However, a couple of things that do have a high recommendation from me are Zappa Plays Zappa. Now, this is an early, and look, I take it, this was Dweezil's band that toured in, what year is it? Does it say when this was recorded? 2007 this was released. Not completely sure. I'd have to watch it again. It probably has the information in there. But this is copyrighted by the Zappa Family Trust. And it's the early version of the Zappa Plays Zappa band with special guests Steve Vai, Napoleon Murphy Brock, and Terry Bozzio. And this is good stuff. I think you already saw the songs on it. You can freeze frame it and check that out. A double DVD set. And where'd I put the package? Oh no, it disappeared. All right, no, for a second I thought this was a slipcase, but it's not. And last but not least, something that hopefully you've seen already, the definitive authorized biography Zappa, directed by Alex Winter, came out in 2020. And if you were a supporter of the Kickstarter that made this movie possible, this was available at one time, a different Blu-ray version of the movie. So that's it. That's my Frank Zappa video collection. I think somewhere I've got some unauthorized DVDs that people have sent to me, but they really are not worth showing. I know there's a movie called The Freakout List that you can probably see for free on Amazon Prime and other things as well. But there it is: VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray. Viddy well, me brothers. Viddy well. Or should I say, me droogies. So, had a great time. Hope you did too. Go watch some Frank Zappa.